morning, everyone. Today I'll be talking about a documentary called The Black Lotus. So, The Black Lotus is a card in a card game called Magic the Gathering, or MTG in short form. So, Magic the Gathering, I'll give you a brief history of Magic the Gathering. It was made in 1993 by Mark Rosewater and Richard Garfield. So Magic the Gathering is a famous card game, one of the most famous card games, and Black Lotus is the most expensive card in that card game. So in the documentary, it talks about why it's the most expensive card in the card game. So there's three factors. Powerful, insured, and limited. So for powerful, it's because players with that card can take advantage of the game and how the game is played. So it's like playing checkers against chess. So for insured is because the card has been on a restricted list. A restricted list is a list made by the developers of the game, Richard Garfield and Mark Rosewater. And the list is some cards that can't be printed anymore, which means that the players nowadays can't get it anymore. So they have to buy it from someone else for a higher price. And which leads to the next point, limitation or limited. So limited meaning not a lot of card stock, and it has been documented that only 11,000 copies were printed around the world. So this is the demand of it is really high while the supply is really low. So as you know, there are millions and millions of players playing this card game, and only 11,000 of them are printed. Which the Black Lotus, I think, is a symbol of the game, since it's the most famous card inside of that game. And which actually I also brought some of my cards. So I'm also a collector of these cards. So these cards are it can be used for collecting or playing. Now as you might know, it's the most expensive. The cost of these cards are $166K US, which is estimated around 3.1 million Hong Kong dollars, which is a lot for a piece of cardboard like this. And the documentary also talks about cabinets of curiosity. Cabinets of curiosity are past paintings or some objects that define a story. So it's about how much the people have invested in those objects. And so now this documentary also, so in my opinion, the Black Lotus is a symbol of this game. And I would say, since I'm a new player, I don't think it has any value for me, but for older players who started the game back in 1993, it has some nostalgic values for them. So this is the end of my presentation. Do you have any questions?
Do you agree with investing in high-end products? What should you do it yourself?
For me, not right now. I mean, in the future, if I have the money, of course, I will. I mean, it's for collectors only, but like since I'm not that invested in this game or in the collection, so I don't think I'll be invested in buying those.
How do you think that the value of the one stars is different from the one played since?
Oh, because back in 1993, yeah, the card only costed around like 100 US dollars, so it was cheap back then. But now, since it has grown over time, the price has been growing, and there were, because of these three factors, not enough printing, the advantage of in the game, and also the limitation of only 11,000 copies. Therefore, people are looking for it more, and yeah, I think